Hello everybody and welcome back to Blues Focus TV and welcome back to another match reaction video, this time to Blues' first home game of the season and what turned out to be Blues' first win of the season as they beat Huddersfield Town 2-1 with Scott Hogan and Przemysław Placheta getting on the score sheet. And on the whole, a fairly pleasing performance, I would say. I think we started really well with a lot more attacking intent, something we didn't show enough of against Luton last week. And I think we really took the games at Huddersfield and caused them a lot of problems, especially in that first half. I think things to get excited about is the relationship that's starting quickly between James and Placheta, and on the other side with Bacuna and Colin. They look dangerous all game, combining on the flanks to get round the fullbacks and putting in crosses and really causing chaos really in that Huddersfield box. I think that's where the goal came from really. It was a great ball from Bacuna into Hogan, who took the goal really well and put Blues up 1-0 early on, and it's a dream start. I think we did grow into the game, but I think Huddersfield did as well, and they did get in behind a couple of times in that first half, but I think Ruddy had to make one save of note, and I don't think Huddersfield offered a lot at all, and we looked really solid, I thought, in defence in the first half. And then on the stroke of half time, obviously the ball comes into the box, James has a swipe, but it is blocked, and then it falls to Placheta, who I think takes it really nicely, strikes the ball clean, and it turns out to be too much for Nichols, who can't keep it out, gets a hand to it, and it hits that side net, and Blues are 2-0 up on the stroke of half time. And it's all looking really good and looking like it could be an impressive, comfortable win. However, Huddersfield came out in that second half with the bit between their teeth really, and really took the game to us, and I think we backed off, and we couldn't really get out, and it looked like same old Blues, shaky defence, and they were getting in behind, and that was shown when Danny Ward picked up the ball behind the Blues back line and finished smartly past Ruddy, and it was 2-1, and we were sort of looking like we were going to concede another, and it was full of last-ditch blocks and getting the ball away, and we really needed Ruddy, I think, who stepped up and started claiming crosses and being really commanding of his area and sort of calmed the defence down. And I also think Trusty had an excellent game. I think he was superb. I can't remember a time that someone got past him in that game, or at least if they did get past him, I think he recovered, and I can't think of any mistakes he made either, which is a rarity, I think, for Blues centre-backs over the year, and he looks all the bit to be one of our best signings this season, I think, already. I think Sanderson also had a good game, and I think we did look well drilled. Apart from that, I'd say it was, I want to say a period, but it did look like it was 25 minutes that we looked shaky, and Danny Ward scored the goal for Huddersfield. But I think Huddersfield had something like 5 offsides, and that could be a sign of a really well-drilled back line catching them offside and staying together, or it could be a sign of Huddersfield being sloppy. I'm hoping it's the first one. But 3 points against a side that was in the playoff final last year. Yes, they lost the manager Carlos Corberán. Yes, they lost Lewis O'Brien and Harry Toffolo. They're probably their best players. But the core of the squad's still there. I mean, they've still got quality, and Danny Ward, who scored today, Sorba Thomas, who looked fantastic last season. And I think it looked comfortable in the first half and scrappy in the second half, which you could say is a typical Blues performance. And going forwards, we hope it's comfortable in the first half and comfortable in the second half. But I don't think we can always have it our own way. But ultimately, we got the 3 points, and I think there's reasons to be excited about this side going forwards. I think when Bielik comes back, he can offer that physicality in midfield, something I think we lacked today. I don't think Woods had a bad game, but I don't think he had a particularly good game. And I think when Bielik comes in, he can be that big, strong ball winner that we've sort of missed and hoped Sunjic would be, but never quite lived up to the expectations. And sort of provide a different dimension to that midfield, allowing Bakuna and James to get even further forwards, because they looked really dangerous today. I think James is a player we can really get excited about, the 19-year-old. I mean, we knew he was good last season, but he looks even more confident on the ball now. He put in an absolute peach to Bakuna in the first half as he floated it over towards the back post, but Bakuna couldn't quite do anything with it. And I just think that he looks stronger, he looks more confident, and I think he wants the ball more, which is always a positive. And I think he's someone we can get really excited about. And his midfield counterpart in Bakuna looked really good today as well. He did take a couple of wild shots, but I think that just shows the confidence that he has in this side now. And I think he is someone who can be our talisman and be that person that we look to create moments. In the dynamics of this game, we picked up the ball on that left-hand side and went past, I think, 3 or 4 Huddersfield players, danced into the box and got the shot off, but we were saved by Nichols, and that would have been a fantastic goal. And he just seems to be at midfield maestro. He seems to be our general in the midfield. It's everything sort of goes through him. And obviously he got the assist today, and for me was man of the match. And I think it was a close run thing with Trusty. But we do have players there in our starting 11 that I think are quality, and I think we can start to see us sort of climbing the table and getting a higher finish than we maybe originally thought we would this season. I think we still need a few additions. I think we need a more mobile striker up front. I think Deeney had a good game. He was putting himself about. He was causing himself to be a nuisance. But I just don't think he looks like the goal threat he used to be. And that's in a team that doesn't look like they're going to score a lot of goals this season. I'd like to see someone who can get on the ball and run at the defence, because Hogan's someone that can stay on the back line and get in behind, and Deeney's a hold-up striker who can play it off, but we don't have that player. And I don't think we have had that player since Shay Adams can pick up the ball and strike fear into those central defenders. And I know it's something difficult to get, but it would be great if we can get someone like that. And I would like to see a left back in the squad. A few times Plaheta did get caught on that left hand side being too far forwards, but you can't really blame him too much, because obviously he is a naturally attacking player. And I think Trusty did cover well, and I think it was more of a dogleg formation. So when Plaheta was forwards, it was a 4-back, and Trusty would slot into that left back slot. And when Huddersfield came forwards, I think Plaheta was just a bit too slow to get back, and we got caught out a few times. But on the whole, I think it was a great 3 points, a decent performance, and hopefully we can take that into the next league game against Cardiff. And see what we can do there. And I would back us to pick up at least a draw, I think, against that side. I can't see them having much more quality than us. So thanks for watching, everyone. Keep right on, and I will see you after the Cardiff game. Cheers.